Welcome to another episode of Hair Biz Radio with your host Zakiyrah and
Mikey.
And today we have a very special guest with us. Her name is Erika Respress, and she is a Tradeshow Manager for Bronner Bros Hair Show. So, you know, you guys are in for a treat today. But before, Mikey's looking at me like he wants to say something. But
she's Tradeshow Manager. But guys, this is like the Rick Ross of the Bronner Brothers. She is the boss. Okay, this is the boss right here. This is why the show runs so well. This is why you have exhibitors. This is why you have people show up. This is why we're going to be talking about in different cities and other kind of things and really growing the show. So you know me with titles. I don't like titles, but just it's more about what you do. So we're going to talk a little. We're going to bring her in just a minute. I'm going to let you guys let it marinate for a minute for all of that.
Let it marinate.
So So Z, what's up besides those nails?
We were just. I have on smiley face nails just in case. You guys didn't know. But yeah, before we started, we were talking about Mikey's tequila collection over here, and he doesn't have any bottles open.
First of all, it's a little too early. We're recording this, not even lunchtime yet.
It is 5 o'clock somewhere in the world.
Yeah, okay, Zakiyrah, Miss Tequila all of a sudden.
I actually don't even like tequila, but that's not the point.
Because you never had the good tequila.
That could be not true, but we'll go with that.
Yeah.
So what's been going on here at Private Label?
Well, real quick, just in case, if you're listening to this, I've had some concerned clients about their sales dropping. And this is some new people that I'm working directly with. They are definitely, we have brought them 0 to 6 figures relatively fast using the products, all the products and services from Private Label. They just listen. Like the only reason why I work with them, I'm like, hey, do this. I'm going to text a week later, Mikey, I did this. What's next? And I'm like, oh, wait a second. You following the blueprint here.
Oh, yeah.
You know, wrote a whole book about this, right?
Say.
So following it and you see the results, and it's amazing to see that. So freaking out a little bit. And I said, remember, I even talk about it in the book, is people are wearing braids. They're wearing kind of not as hot hairstyles. They're getting in the water. You don't want, like, do you remember that one video of you when you jumped in the water and you're okay, never mind. So look, true story.
No, very funny story.
I don't have that video anymore, but
the video is on my Instagram. I did post it.
Did you really?
Yeah, I had a wig on and I jumped in the ocean and my wig fell off.
Should have had that bold hold, extra hold.
I should have, but the lesson was secure the wig.
Yeah, so or maybe a wig grip band or something. But I said, hey, don't freak out. This is normal. June, July are always the slowest months for extensions, wigs, stuff like that. It's going to be a little heavier on edge control, some of those things. So focus on that. And so I said, just calm down. You'll see mid-August, it's coming back. That's when people are getting back to school, everything else. So that's it. Just don't panic.
Don't panic.
Yeah. So that's all I wanted to say. That's like the main thing, that you're listening to this, you're in the hair industry, like, don't panic. It's seasonal. Like, it's not, if you own a restaurant's not busy every night. Well, some are, but most aren't. Like, it's going to happen. So just go with the flow a little bit. It'll be all right.
For sure. So we're all booked and ready to go at the end of August to Bronner Bros Hair Show.
We are booked. We're on Delta. No Spirit Airlines. Everyone's going to be safe on Delta.
But there's nothing wrong with Spirit. If you
I know. I just like joking. I'm a huge Delta fanboy. I'm in Atlanta.
Yeah,
I got all the credit cards for it. So I got to hype it up. We got to be all hyped up. Yeah. Staying at Marriott properties, I
get excited when I get more Sky Miles.
Yeah, we just love Sky Miles. We're points people. So I'm excited because Erika is such an important part of the show. She's been with Bronner for quite some time, which she's going to tell us about. And it's just, Bronner's back, guys. Bronner is back. And, it's been like a year and a half. Everyone's ready. Like, let's go, Erika. What do you got? So just before we talk about the show, because I want everyone to know, she was telling me, like, we had a meeting a couple of weeks ago, rambling off all this. We got this, safety, which I love, everything else. So Erika, before we get into that, why don't you tell us a little bit of your history working with the Bronner Brothers company?
Yeah, like, how did you fall into trade shows?
So listen, truth of the matter is Bronner Brothers is the only job I've ever had.
Wow.
I've never worked anywhere else. So literally I started from the bottom to the top. So I have been with the Bronner Brothers 30 years. I've been the receptionist. I I've put product in jars. I've shipped product. I was the first person to start a digital ticketing system for Bronner. I was a manager at 17. And so I have literally done every aspect in Bronner. So I know Bronner from top to bottom completely. So when you talk about Black beauty, I am educated very, very well in that subject matter.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. You're definitely, they like to call that a guru.
Yes.
30 plus years of experience.
I am degreed from Clark Atlanta University.
Okay.
And I'm also degreed from Bronner. So, yeah, I am super, super excited to be here. I want to thank y'all for having me here. As you know, the world has changed. We missed 2 major events, but in August, we are coming back with the bang. Safety first, but we're back.
We're back. Just gotta hype it up.
So how do
excited.
you feel about you guys being gone for like a year and a half due to COVID, coming back? Are there any like reservations where you guys have set up as far as protocol for safety? What does that look like?
So safety is our first priority. Being the leaders in Black beauty, we couldn't just come back with a very nonchalant attitude. Well, let's get people. It's not about the money for us. It's definitely about educating the stylists, right? And bringing us together in a safe environment and effective. So what we're doing is the entire show will be under COVID restrictions. So the classrooms will be smaller. The booths are spread out further apart. Our aisles are bigger. There's a designated place for you to eat and drink. And, we will be handing out masks and have hand sanitizers all across our blueprint where we will be.
Amazing. I love it.
Now, real quick, are you required to wear a mask being a guest inside?
So we will have a mask mandate.
Okay.
However, I cannot make people keep the mask on, but you will be required to have a mask when you enter the building.
And this is something also, New Orleans definitely a little bit more strict than where we are today in Atlanta.
Yes.
So, there's a lot going on and we want to be able to continue these shows. So, I mean, for me, like, I know our staff will wear masks. I'm so used to wearing it. It's like not a big deal anymore. People are freaking out and all this stuff. I have I'm like, who cares? I'm so used to wearing it.
Listen, I won't even be handing out show guides. We're going to have QR codes. You scan it. You can download it on your phone. Yep. So as less as you can touch things, that would be like the best thing. We're also going to clean each classroom thoroughly. So there's an hour gap in between each classroom session and seminar so that we can clean the room. We really want to make sure that people are protected. And on top of the Delta Plus variant that is ramping up, we just want to make sure that if you're not vaccinated, when you come to Bronner, we want to keep you safe.
Yeah, I think that's important.
Yeah. So, okay, we're talking about Bronner Brothers Hair Show, but for the people listening to the podcast who have no idea what Bronner Brothers Hair Show is, can you just tell us
what rock were they on there? Sorry, it might be you, but I'm like, holy cow.
Bronner Brothers has been hosting beauty events for 75 years. We're celebrating our 75th anniversary this year. Whoop, whoop. It is the place where you come to be inspired. You find innovation. You do startups. I mean, it's the place where you come for all things beauty, whether it be product, nails, makeup, skin, hair loss, whatever it is. We are the Mecca of Black Beauty. So typically pre-COVID, if you're somebody, then you're at Bronner for sure. We've started a ton of careers. Anywhere from your Kim Kimballs to your Terrence Davison to your Floyd Kenyattas. I mean, and we've had partners from Mazzani, Clairol, Soft Sheen, Paul Mitchell.
It's as big as it gets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you were under that rock, it's a big deal.
It is definitely a big deal. The stylists that are listening, have made it possible for us to continue this legacy for 75 years. So we don't take them for granted. We don't take the mom and pop exhibitors that have come. Neither do we take the large exhibitors for granted. So I appreciate every single penny that people spend with us. It's important. And what we want to do is give back. We want to make sure that this industry is healthy, that this industry can survive another pandemic if it happens, right? So this particular show, in every show that I've been a part of, it doesn't boil down to the dollars and cents, right? It boils down to how can we help this community survive? How can we stay a depression-proof business, right? And how can we do this safely and effectively? Because we know that we can't do hair, we can't lay a lash, we can't do an install 6 feet apart. We just can't, right? So how do we do this effectively and safely and gather together?
Yeah, I love it.
Love it. So what is like that experience like? So you walk into Bronner Brothers Hair Show, you have the vendors, you have stages, you have competitions. What is the experience? Walk us through that experience.
So the experience is high level. I tell you what, you won't go to another beauty show and experience the thrill that you're going to experience at Bronner. First of all, you're not going to know. Period, Pooh. You're not going to find the level of creativity anywhere. Because first of all, you never know what you're going to see, what you're going to experience. Every second is different. You know, we have from top to bottom, people come to this event in weird, crazy hairstyles.
Yeah.
Oh, we've seen it. Mm-hmm.
20-inch fingernails, long toenails, lashes that curl all the way back up to the brow. Like it's. But we allow people to be who they are in the very place. So Bronner is the one place where you can be safe. So no matter who you are, what you represent, what religion you are, Bronner is a safe haven for all things beauty. So we welcome everybody of all races, genders, religions, everybody. We all gather together safely at Bronner.
I love it.
No judgment here.
One of my favorite things about the Bronner Brothers Hair Show, so I've been going to Bronner Brothers for a very long time. And one of my favorite things is walking around and seeing people like on the stilts and having like the crazy colored hair with like the safari all intertwined, just like the really pretty, gorgeous designs, the ideation behind. How did you come up with this? Like, what is this? I love it.
So this is like when you see those fantasy and avant-garde styles, we really just allow the stylists to be creative in their own sense, whatever it is they want to do. We never tell you can't come in with your bikini on. We never tell you can't come in with the water in your head. So however your imagination can stretch, we allow you to do that.
Yeah, and I love that so much.
I definitely say yes to the bikinis. Yeah. Look, let's give them some ideas.
The only thing we don't want, and we provide daycare, is for the small babies, right? So if you're 12 and under.
Wait. So rewind. You say you guys provide daycare.
Yeah, we have daycare there.
Wow.
So only because, especially this industry is driven by a lot of single moms, right?
I love it. That's exactly where I was going.
Right. So single moms and single dads sometimes. And not all the time do you have a sitter, or not all the time do you want to leave your children. So we have what we call BB camp. You can drop your kids off for 2 hours or 4 hours for about $20, $40. They're going to have snack. They're going to have fun. They're going to have games. They can sleep. They can rest. So we have BB camp. So you come down, you shop, you take your classes, you drop your kid off, and then you come on back. Only because when we have 30,000 people on the exhibit hall floor and you've lost your 4-year-old, it's going to take you 20 minutes to find me.
Yep.
It's going to take me another 20 minutes to calm the floor down, to make the announcement for your child. By that time, it's going to be an Amber Alert. So ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, we don't need any Bronner Amber Alerts.
No. So we don't allow children under the age of 12 to even be on the floor, right? And something new that we've started, because they have been beating me up about, only we have classes that are designed just for stylists and students, right? And then we have classes designed just for your guests that you're bringing. So your guests can't come into a classroom that's designed for professionals and students, right?
That's good, yeah.
But if you're teaching a business class on how to market on social media, that's open to everybody. So everybody can take that class. But if you're teaching a class on, how to install, you don't need to know that if you're not qualified.
Correct.
So
I love
we kind of separate it.
Yeah.
You're not, what's that word? You're not, like for the non-licensed stylists, you're not really pushing them in those classes where they don't technically need to be. You're not promoting
Correct.
the non-licensed. We're trying to keep the industry professional and on point.
Correct.
Yeah.
I like that.
So you talked about the social media class and like an install class. What are some other classes that you guys offer?
So we have every track covered. So there are barbering classes, coloring, we have cutting, we have weaves and wigs, we have skincare, we have microblading, and business classes. And then we have an area that we like to call trends, right? So, all of these states are different. You don't have to be licensed in every state for certain things. Mm-hmm. So we have something called trends, right? So if you want to learn how to braid some hair, you don't necessarily need a license for that, right? But one thing we have to be clear on, and I just want to address it while we're on the podcast, is a makeup artist, right? Mm-hmm. You don't need a license to be a makeup artist, but you need a license to lay a lash.
Lash tech.
Right?
Yeah.
You have to be an esthetician in order to lay this lash. So you need a license to do so. So, we have some makeup artists that we can do just for, doing makeup. But then when that class is talking about laying a lash, that's for a licensed professional.
That's interesting. Some people don't know that.
Yeah. And so because we are rooted here in Georgia, our license is in Georgia, we have to follow the Georgia guidelines. And so you gotta have a license to lay a lash. You can't be messed with folks' eyes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some people might know it, but are going to be like, oh, I didn't know. What is it? Ask for forgiveness. Yeah.
Yep. But, of course, every makeup artist is going to put on a lash.
Oh, for sure.
We like to keep the integrity of who we are and the integrity of the industry. And so just want to,
Yeah, if you don't keep it professional, it's just going to be a free-for-all. Like every year, it'll just get worse. And then the professional people will be so turned off because they're like, this is just a hot mess. And that's not the direction you want to go.
It's not the direction that we want to go, Mikey. And Bronner Brothers has not been sold.
Oh, yeah, there's some rumors about this and that.
We just going to clear that up for y'all, right?
Yes. Bronner Brothers is owned by the Bronner Brothers.
Okay.
Right? So they're on the second generation. My boss is James Bronner, right? He's the SVP of Tradeshow Operations. And the president is Bernard Bronner. So the sons of Nathaniel Bronner, the founder of the company. Bronner Brothers has not been sold. We are Black-owned, family-owned since 1947. That's a fact.
Where did that rumor start?
I have no idea. I've been trying to clean up most of the rumors under, my reign and Mr. Bronner's reign. We've cleaned up the floor. No more fake Louis Vuitton and Gucci bags. You can't buy that on the floor. It's not allowed, period. They were saying all kind of swat meat and that. Well, it's not that anymore, people. Right?
Yeah.
So we've cleaned that up. You can't come to Bronner and get your Louis Vuitton bag. Got to go somewhere else to find that. And we haven't been sold. So those are the two major things that we've worked on top of just maintaining top quality education.
So you talked about hair and makeup, but what are some other vendors that you guys allow at Bronner Brothers for the people who don't know?
So for the people that don't know, we will have CBD there. So Delta 8, Delta 9. We will have that there. We will have accessories there. You can buy your shears and your clippers. You can buy nail polish, all of the product. And our partner, private label, you can come and get you some wigs.
You
and
can come get
hair.
some wigs.
You know, that, for sure. So just about everything that you would find in a beauty supply store, you can kind of find at Bronner. People would be surprised to know that we do have vendors that sell CBD or Delta 8 or 9, but it's legal. And so, especially for stylists that they're standing up all day for their knees, for their back, for their hands, we offer product to help.
I love it. So what is like your favorite thing about putting on the trade show every year?
The people.
Love it.
My favorite thing is every show someone tells me or talks to me about how they've been inspired to either open a business or been inspired to try to become, you know, the best stylist to compete in hair battle. So the stories and the people really inspire me. And every year I find myself, you know, these stylists travel from all over the world. And a lot of times they lose passports, driver's license, credit cards, car keys, or, you know, they come down with a group of people and things don't go right and they don't have a place to stay. And so they know, well, I know that whenever I get that story and I know that it's validated that we help. So we make sure that you have a place to stay, you have, you know, something to eat, you know, we try to help you get back. You know, and sometimes it's to the point where when you're coming from another country and you lose your passport, what do you do? Right. So, you know, I love to help. I love people. And I just love everybody. Yeah. You know?
So if people miss the trade show in New Orleans, where else do you guys do trade shows?
So we have trade shows twice a year, always in February, always in August. February of 22 we'll be back in Atlanta, but of 23, we're going to be in Miami.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
so we taking
Miami 23 or 22?
23. Oh.
No, 2022, I'm sorry.
22 Miami. Don't make 22. Us wait 2 years.
No,
okay,
yeah.
Zakiyrah got two. Zakiyrah's like, I'll be there.
No.
Book me.
So let me clear that up. I'm sorry. My years and my days are all screwed up. So 22 February Atlanta, and then 22 August Miami. In Miami, we're gonna roll out something new.
She probably can't tell y'all about that.
I'm gonna give you a little heads up. The competition that we're gonna do has never been done in the history of Bronner Brothers.
Oh wow.
But we're going to introduce a drag competition.
Ooh.
Okay.
I like it.
And I'm super excited about it. I'm just so excited. So I can't give you any more details, but just know new competition.
Just know we in Miami.
Miami, for sure.
Love it.
I wish they would have a long bundle competition.
Hey, that's a thought.
They say I'm the long bundle champion. No, but you know, getting to the business side, which I'm excited about, is a few things. First, we're going to be recording live. So we met earlier. We're going to be recording live. So if you're going to be at Bronner Brothers, because I know you are, if you're listening to this, we will be recording live. So we want to see you there. We're going to get the dates and everything out there, so you can get that on our Instagram and whatnot. We have some other stuff planned with private label. And, you know, one of the things I like to think about, so if you're listening to this and thinking about getting a booth there, right? So Dallas and I met last couple weeks talking about, okay, what does that experience need to be? And if you're a vendor at Bronner Brothers, I really want you to focus on what your experience is going to be as a vendor, right? So Dallas said, we need to make it just like you show up into our showroom, which is very nice. So, you know, we got a nice setup coming, everything else. You'll have to see it at Bronner Brothers, August 28th, 29th, or 30th. But what are a few tips that you can give somebody if they're potentially going to be a vendor at the show for them to have their space or just the show in general a success?
So the main thing, right? So you can look on our website for what a 10 by 10 is, a 10 by 20. However, all new exhibitors really need to think about the cost of bringing your product in, right? You don't want to bring everything you have in your warehouse because you have to pay per pound for that. So you want to bring what you believe that you can sell. So my suggestion is, once you go on the website, you get your booth, weigh a dozen, like weigh a case, see what that is, and then multiply that by however many you're going to bring. People get surprised by the material handling, right? And then people get surprised. You have to think about everything. Your flooring, is it going to be carpet? Do you want tile? What color you want it, right? Your audio, your Wi-Fi, are you going to have speakers, a DJ? So you have a stage. You have to think about all of those things, and those things really add up. So my rule of thumb is, if you're a first-time exhibitor, I'm always thinking about the bottom line of profit, right? Come in for the experience. Get you a 10 by 10, a 10 by 20. Go through all of the steps. Call us. Let us walk you through your carpet. Let us walk you through your display. Let us walk you through Wi-Fi, and understand that these things are time sensitive. So the closer you wait to the show, the more expensive things are. So, we have customer service standing by that we can walk you through what this looks like. We're not expecting you for the first time to come in and know everything. That's why we say, call us and let us help you, because the material handling is the most expensive piece of the puzzle, right? If you have a 10 by 10, you shouldn't be bringing in 10 pallets of product, because you're going to pay for it coming in and you're going to pay for it going out, right? So just bring enough product. And it's the digital world. Like, everybody is shopping online. Make sure that your online store is up to par.
Yeah.
Like, you come with the product for people to touch and feel and experience. But the key is to drive them to your online store.
I like that.
Yeah, you should definitely be collecting email addresses, phone numbers. And, when she says to make a profit, really, like for private label, right, for us being there, if I break even, this is a successful show.
Yeah.
Right.
We've been doing Bronner Brothers shows since it was either 2014 or 2015.
Yeah.
And we've done a bunch of shows there. We've gained a lot of long-term clients. One client for us, a good client, will pay for the whole everything, because we're going to make that client a lot of money, provide them great products and services, and they're going to do really well. We all win together, but all we need is one client. So think about how at the show to break even, get your brand out there, to get your product out there, and to be able to follow up with your customers. Bronner Brothers is like a first date.
Yeah.
don't go, this is a good first date too. Don't go to this first date. You're all hyped up, you're looking good, and then you never hear from them again.
Right.
You got to ask for the number. You got to ask for the email address. You have to find a way to get in touch with them and make it a purpose that next week. Hey, I saw you at my booth at Bronner Brothers. It was great meeting you, this, that, and the other. Oh, I was just thinking about your business, and I have a friend that does this that's maybe interested in your product. Or, there's so many different things how you can network it.
Yeah.
I think it's important. People need to realize it's not just the show; it's what happens also after the show.
And people need to understand that this is networking that you can't buy. You can network so much at Bronner that if you're not networking, something is wrong.
Yeah.
Right? If you're not meeting people, if you're not getting email addresses, if you're not getting phone numbers and IG accounts, like, you are really missing out. I kind of like to think of Bronner as the NAACP of beauty, of Black beauty. Right?
Come on now. Okay.
Everything kind of starts with Bronner, right? And so if you can get in on the networking piece and understand the bigger picture, right, because all it takes for you to know somebody that knows somebody else that knows somebody, and people, is called barter. I do for you, you do for me, they do. It's called networking, right? So not everything is really about the dollar. It's about, the return on your investment. So like Mikey is saying, like, you come to Bronner, you network, you get these people. Yeah, whatever you pay Bronner, if you've done it right, 2 or 3 clients, you've made that money back already.
Yep.
So it's about 3, 6, 9. A year from now, what does this look like?
And then especially if you're an online business, like so many are,
Yep.
it's such a great opportunity for your clients to see you in person.
Yeah.
Right? To know that you are a real person behind your brand, behind the company, and they get to actually meet you. And then at the next event, maybe it's in a different city, they get to see you again. And you really start to build that relationship with your client base, which is so incredibly special. You know, it really comes down to, I was just posting earlier today in our Facebook group about, you know, are you focusing on getting a sale or are you focusing on getting a client?
Yeah.
Right.
Or a customer,
Yeah.
right? Get a customer. Don't worry about one sale. Like the first sale is always the hardest. Focus on really that customer experience, what it's going to be like. You know, because, and Bronner, when you walk in there, trust me, it's quiet. You're getting in, you see the crowds of people, and you walk in, it's like, pow! You know, the music's blaring, people all over the place, you know, running around the hair. It's amazing.
Yep.
And then I get the text from my girlfriend, hey, is Morphe there? Is these people there? Are these people there? Can you pick up brushes? Can you get this? Can you get that? I'm like, yeah, oh boy, she knows. Because they have everything. Like literally, Bronner has everything, and it's so fantastic. It's like a fun shopping experience. So, you know, if you are bringing someone to the show that's not necessarily in the industry, they can still have a ton of fun.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know, so you can do the business networking side. The other person can have fun either shopping or just seeing the sites, because it is, you know, it's amazing. I mean, if you saw the Netflix special with Bronner Brothers for the big hair show, or like what was it called?
We Are Champions. Is it?
No, it's We Are the Champions,
We Are the
but
Champions.
I know Dallas was in it. The hair competition, right?
Yes.
But it's not just the hair competition. It's the fantasy hair competition.
It's
okay.
fantasy hair.
I was trying to remember the fantasy
Yes.
part. Sorry. So the fantasy hair, that is wild.
Oh, yeah.
Like you're not going to see that anywhere else in the world at any other time. If people try to do something like that, it's not going to be at this level. And they even had it on Netflix. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's fantasy. As a matter of fact, I think it's already sold out, but fantasy is, outside of hair battle, is the top competition that we do. Because it allows, or it makes the stylist stretch beyond their capability, or even beyond their own imagination, and really think about what to do, how to create it, how the colors come together. It's easy 60, 90 hours worth of work. Easy. Sometimes these pieces are 5 to 8 pounds on top of the model's head. It's really a big deal.
Yeah.
And everybody's skill level isn't there. But if you have that skill level, fantasy is where you want to be, and everybody knows.
Oh, yeah.
You haven't won a competition unless you won at Bronner. That's just fact.
Wow.
Like you haven't won, you know, a hair battle unless you won Bronner. Fact.
And so you guys have different stages, right? You do competitions, battles, entertainment?
Yes, of course. So typically pre-COVID, Saturday night would either be a concert or a comedy show.
Okay.
And then Sunday night is always industry night. So always hair battle or something of that nature.
Gotcha.
This year, because of COVID, though, we're just having a Sunday event, which is hair battle. And then Saturday, because we're in New Orleans, you know, you can free for all on Saturday night, you know. Everybody go get them a grenade or, you know.
Oh, there's plenty
a daiquiri
to do.
Yeah,
there's plenty to do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's plenty to do.
Yeah, so, you know, in New Orleans, if you're thinking about going, not if, I know you're going to go, but if you're going, so the way we did it was the convention center is kind of like, I don't know, is that south? It's kind of by the water right there.
It sits right on the Mississippi.
Yeah, so what I recommend doing is you can stay on the border of the French Quarter, relatively inexpensive. Like I was saying, we booked a bunch of our rooms for like $130 a night, which right now is really good because people are traveling like crazy. I mean, it is the perfect time and place to go, but go early. Like book early, do everything early.
Book now.
Yeah, book now. If you're a business owner, you need to start being more strategic about planning. Like when you said about when you get the booth and, you know, your first time, Bronner Brothers sends you an email, this boy is detailed. Okay. It goes through. So yeah, you can call them, but they're going to tell you the same thing that is in this long document, but this is the important information. And yes, it's true. You pay less. So if you're waiting to the last minute to get that Wi-Fi, because you're like, wait, my phone signal doesn't really work in here and I can't process credit cards and take that money for these orders, you're going to have an issue.
Oh yeah.
Plan ahead.
You have to plan ahead. And I can tell you in advance, your cell phone is not going to work.
There you go.
You're going to need to purchase some Wi-Fi.
It's funny how that works at convention centers. It's like the FBI up there with their cell phone blockers. Yo, these FBI convention centers, look,
listen,
you're getting that Wi-Fi.
Anything.
You better pay for it.
I mean, even from my show office, I have to order Wi-Fi. I can't get service. And we all know that this cell phone is our lifeline.
Oh, yeah. And it's so many people in one space. They just can't handle everything. Yeah.
So listen, don't wait on your Wi-Fi. Don't wait trying to figure out your material handling. And don't wait for your carpet. Those are the things you have to figure out now. And we have done an amazing job giving you step-by-step instructions on what to do.
All you have to do is read it, though.
That's it.
Like, that's the key. But that's the problem, honestly. And I know I don't want you to say it because I don't want you to talk bad about vendors, but I'm telling you, this happens all the time, not just in the trade show industry. It's stuff we do when people sign up for drop shipping. And we literally have everything answered because we've been doing this for so many years for thousands of people. But people are so hyped up, they're going to spend all this money, time, travel, but they won't spend 20 minutes to read what they need to do. Don't be that person.
Right.
Sorry for the tough love, but you need it sometimes.
Yeah, definitely.
You got to read, because if you don't read, you won't know how to get to the building, how to check in, how to get your credentials. And trust me, because of COVID, things are going to be very, very, very tight for your protection. So please read.
And there's time slots. So it's like, you can't just be like, I'm pulling up, I'm here. Oh, sorry, your time slot is tomorrow from 2 to 5.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. It's targeted. It's a targeted move in.
Yeah.
So it's what that means.
Oh, for vendors, not for people.
For vendors.
Right, for vendors.
Okay, gotcha.
And so let me explain that another way. Targeted means, for instance, or hypothetically, rows 1 through 400, right, will move in Thursday from 2 to 12.
Gotcha.
Right? Mm-hmm. That's to try to keep people safe, that everybody not coming at one time, because you're just going to have to wait.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's going to be more organized that way anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of the COVID restrictions, though, in our life, we probably needed anyway. Like when the plane lands and everyone's literally fighting to get off the plane and the door's not even open yet, I'm like, sit down, chill out, finish watching the movie. Like, I loved it how people would get up, okay, nice and play. Now it's not like that. We're back to normal now.
Yeah.
But I was like, wow, this is so nice. But this is controlled. There is no getting in early. Like, just read the directions, and if you're showing up for the show, probably take an Uber there is going to be easiest, or from your hotel.
So we have
or
about
shuttle.
6 of them that are in walking distance.
Okay.
So just walk.
Okay. Hotels. Yeah.
Because of COVID, we're not doing shuttles. We're not going to just put a gang of people on the bus. But we are partnering with Lyft and Uber. Just jump in the Uber, jump in the Lyft, and come on down.
It's just that easy, guys.
It's simple. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, look, I'm hyped. We're going to have the podcast
Super
there.
excited.
I'm actually going to do a business class there.
And a book signing.
Oh, and a book signing.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, actually, Z, you need to be part of the business class, because we can do like our seminars that we used to do.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to do the seminars. Z will be there. We're like, man, me and her, we can do it so easy because we used to do them.
This energy is amazing. Like, y'all bounce off each other. It's good.
I mean, we've been working together since 2014.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's 8 years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
8 years.
And you know what? I'm really excited for a few things. I'm excited for people, to meet you, Mikey, right? I'm excited that they can learn what you've spent years of your life perfecting, right? Because at the end of the day, it helps our industry. And I'm excited that our partnership is solid, right? You got this 75-year-old brand. We know something.
Yeah.
But then you got this brand that this guy has spent years of his life trying to do the very thing that hundreds of thousands of people have been trying to do, and he's willing to share it.
Oh yeah.
Right. So what better place to get that knowledge than at Bronner? So I'm super excited. I think he's gonna pop into our brunch of champions. So that's exciting. And so Bronner, we're just excited to be with Private Label. You know, Dallas has been a long-term, I don't know if he's family, colleague, judge.
He's something, isn't he?
Something like, I don't really know what the guy, I don't think he has a title, but he's something. Has been with us for a very, 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 very long time. And so this partnership just makes sense.
Oh, for sure.
And I think it's a win-win for the industry as a whole, right? And I'm an advocate for Black beauty professionals.
Yes.
Period.
Period.
Yes. And
I
so
love
the knowledge that he's gonna bring. As a matter of fact, real short story. I met a guy by the name of Daniel Coy through Mikey. Right when the restrictions were lifted from COVID, Mikey did a very intimate show. It was super intimate, but it was really great networking. And I met this guy, Daniel Coy. Now, unbeknownst to me, Daniel Coy is the guru of wig making, right? He does Broadway. He does a ton of celebrities. In my mind, I'm thinking that's their hair. It's a wig that he has made.
Oh wow.
Oh, he is good.
So he is amazing.
Yeah.
So
I need Daniel.
the
in my
ventilating
life.
that this guy does is amazing. So he is also going to be a part of this year's lineup. And I've gone a step further and partnered with book a model so that the exhibitors don't have to worry about doing model calls.
Oh, that's
trying
perfect.
to find a
Oh,
model.
Yeah.
that's with Dennis.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
what
he was
Dennis.
just
You
messing with me the other day.
you go to book a model, right?
Yeah.
It's an online shop of models. They show up, boom, bam, done. Easy. Everything is done through his portal. It's amazing.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, we'll make sure we have a link in the show notes to book a model. We'll link over to Daniel Coy because actually it's funny because I was doing the Beauty Biz shows and it was the summer conference. And Daniel, I didn't know who this guy was. He keeps messaging me. I wanted to be at your show.
He just popped up in my head.
Yeah,
I
of
know
course.
it
And
now.
it's like, da, da, da. And I'm finally, he broke me down. I'm like, yeah, man, okay, cool. Like, come, blah, blah, blah. And this guy is so funny, so knowledgeable. Very much like me. He's the creative side, like Dallas, you know. So that's why Dallas is one of our partners, is like creative side, you know, and then I'm more like the business side. But he really does ventilate the wigs. People don't realize, people that are wearing wigs, how long it takes.
Oh, a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
This guy is a genius with his hands and his vision of ventilating the hairline he creates. Listen, you only can get this at Bronner.
We might need to add some pictures.
Right.
into the
Nobody
video.
else is bringing you Daniel Coy. Nobody. And they have no idea. I'm going to bless their souls.
Yeah, he's got, we're gonna have, we already talked. He's going to be on the podcast soon. Next time he's in Atlanta, he's going to be here. You know, I might have to break out some tequila for that guy.
Oh, wow.
And that's networking.
Yeah. And that's,
this is how you network, people.
Yeah. Right.
I met this guy networking at one of Mikey's events. You have to network. It will change your life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why we started this podcast. Like, we don't make money off. We have no sponsors on the podcast. There's no ads, no nothing. This is just for networking, right? We love the industry
And for teaching.
We give out, and teaching. We give out information, all of that through the podcast. You know, if we don't have a guest, it's me and Zakiyrah telling people how to grow their business. So it's used for networking, and it's and we talk about, you know, if someone has a product that we have something similar, we don't even care. Talk about it. I don't even mention other people's products that are like, we might have the same thing, but it's still promote them. Like, we don't care. Guys, stop, like, get on your own way when it comes to business.
Yes.
Like, you're going to be okay. Focus on your brand and being great and helping other people, and good things will come.
Oh, yeah.
People need to understand, if there is enough chicken to feed Americans, there's enough money for everybody to make. Can you imagine how much chicken Americans consume a day?
A
It's
lot.
a lot of chicken.
Them same people that's consuming that chicken are or your consumers, it is enough money for everybody not to be on top of each other, to realize that we are all in this together and we can all make money together.
Yep.
Period.
I love that. I love that.
We can. It is possible for me to be able to support you. I don't care if we have the same product.
Yeah.
Your niche is just different than mine. We can all make money. And I think for me, moving forward, the big thing that I want to just teach everybody and have everybody understand, I've got to change the narrative, right? Every stylist is different. It is enough money for all of us to eat and eat good. We can all be eating at Houston's or Cheesecake or wherever you want, steak, lobster, like we all can eat. But the problem comes where we're all crabs in a barrel and everybody is thinking that listen, no.
Yeah.
We can all eat.
Yeah. I think that mentality stifles a lot of people because they don't want to share information. They don't want to be on the same platform as other people. They don't want to make money with people.
We've got to change the narrative and understand that, yes, everybody is rich on Instagram.
On Instagram.
Everybody rich on Instagram.
And guys,
whether they are or they're not.
Yeah, I mean, and you got to think, Erika's behind the scenes of the most successful, international beauty show.
Yeah.
And it's like she knows all these people. She's known these people for decades. She knows the ins and outs of their lives. Yep. What she's saying, she knows. So she sees who's still in the industry today and who's fallen out. Right. So she sees those traits in people that she's talking about. So it's really important for you to take that to heart, that this is someone with more experience than all of us in the industry. And she's seen it all. That's giving you this information for success.
Yeah. And I love being able to talk to people who are behind the scenes because sometimes you don't get enough flowers for the things that you do. One, and two, you're so knowledgeable about what's going on. And some people may not stop to realize that I can get so much great, valuable information from you than maybe someone who's on stage because you know the intricate details of what's happening. So I love that.
It to you for free because I understand that if I better your life, my life is going to be better.
For sure.
We're all in the same industry. So helping you helps me and helps the generation behind you. And then that generation. We've got to be a depression-proof business. We've got to stay that. And in order to stay that, we got to work together.
Yeah, I love it. Any last words, Mikey?
No, I'm just excited to see everybody at Bronner Brothers. I'm amped for this show. I am bringing the heat, the experience at the private label booth. We're right by the main stage. Please come see us. We have like our own genius bars for hair set up. We're gonna have tons of products there. I'm gonna bring out the Riri bundle,
the big boy.
So if you don't know the Riri, I have one bundle Riri. I have it saved for you. It's a 70-inch, 600 gram pure raw hair. You're the only one that's gonna wear this. I'm gonna bring out the 85. I got the crazy stuff coming. We're bringing it to Bronner.
Too.
Oh yeah.
Trust me, like I have stuff people want right now. Celebrity stylists are contacting me and I say this is saved for Bronner Brothers. Like we are gonna have crazy hair products there. So it's gonna be I'm ready. I
love it.
If you're listening, go to bronnerbros.com. That's BronnerbRos.com. Just click on whatever you want to click on, register to attend or register to get a booth, or send us a text message if you need some help. You can give us a call. We are here to serve you. We are servants for you. So we look forward to seeing everybody there. Thank y'all so much for having me. I'm excited too.
Yeah, let's go.
I love it. We in the building August
28th,
29th, 30th.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us again for Hair Biz Radio podcast. Make sure if you have not already, like, comment, subscribe, leave us some comments on some topics you want to hear about, and some guests that you want to hear from so we can get them on the podcast.
Yeah, that's it. And make sure you leave a review. We're over 100 reviews, which is pretty impressive for a podcast. So we want to say an extra thank you. Thank you especially for all the people leaving the reviews that say they watch me on podcasts and think how cute I am. I definitely appreciate that.
I don't remember seeing it, but we'll go with it. We'll go.
It might have been my other channel I commented. It might have been me that did that, but whatever. You know, I was trying to get a trend starting. It just didn't start to trend. But yeah, so that's it. We're good, and we'll have more great episodes coming for you soon.